All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Welcome back to yet another live stream. We've obviously we've got the match coming up later tonight, so we'll do the watch along for that. Big game, man. Big game. The season. We've got the Man United game, and then we've got the Nottingham Forest game away from home. Tough fixture. Nottingham Forest away from home, even though Nottingham Forest have not been good. So, nonetheless, away from home, Nottingham Forest have shown that they can be quite resilient. As I said, in recent times, it hasn't been like that, but you don't want to disregard. Now, before that, we've got the match against Man United, and it's at Stamford Bridge. It should be a Man United team that should be well rotated, that should be somewhat, undercooked, because they've got the match against Spurs coming up in the Europa League final, which is next week. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to risk any of their key players being injured. Now, having said all of that, why am I worried? Because I am worried. I'm a little bit worried. Chelsea Football Club, when we must, it seems like we don't always must. I know in recent times we've beaten Liverpool. That was a must. In fact, all of these games in recent times have been musts. Liverpool was a must. Newcastle was a must. We did the business against Liverpool. We failed against Newcastle. Anyone can fail against Newcastle, if I'm being absolutely honest. It's not a surprise. I just didn't think that we would capitulate the way we did against Newcastle, especially in that first half. Man United's a special case, Man United is a special case. I'll tell you why I'm worried. Because I see already a couple of people in the live chat being worried, being upset. That, oh, Miss, why are you worried? Why are you worried? Oh, Mr. Negative. Big up, Shervin. Big up, Miss. A W is a must. Otherwise, everyone's going to get it from owners to Maresca himself. Like, look, if we don't get a W, Aston Villa is our biggest threat. Well, we could probably bring in Nottingham Forest as well if we don't get a W. But Aston Villa, ladies and gentlemen, is our biggest threat. They got two easy fixtures, in my opinion, or one of them is ours, Man United. They got Man United and they got Spurs. This week, they've got Spurs. In fact, the Spurs game is half an hour before our match. So we'll have one eye on Aston Villa, of course. I fully expect them to get 6 points, 2 out of 2 wins, which means we got to get 6 points. Anything less than 6 points, we are going to be in trouble. Now, coming back to the whole Man United situation, I'm worried about Man United because how many more losses, man? How many more losses can these lot keep taking? They're at a point where it's beyond embarrassing. I know a lot of people be like, they don't have anything to play for. Forget about pride. But I can't just simply forget about pride. Like, they're not going to... I find it difficult to believe that Man United just going to come to Stamford Bridge and they're going to say, Chelsea, do whatever you like to do with us. I find that hard to believe. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I've got this feeling that they're going to fight, man. They're going to still try and make it as difficult as possible for us. They're not going to just bend over backwards and just allow us to have our way with them. We, on the other hand, we should be focused on our game. We should be focused on our team. We should be focused that we need to win. We must beat this Man United team. Can we show consistency? We showed that against Liverpool when we had to win. We won. But then we had to make sure we didn't lose points to Newcastle. Well, at least we didn't. We had to make sure we didn't lose to Newcastle. At least don't lose. If you can get a draw, that's the best. But we couldn't do that. We crumbled. So obviously the consistency is not there. Liverpool, excellent. Newcastle, we buckled. And now Man United. Now here we are against Man United. Are we going to move into this game thinking, this opposition's nothing? Are we going to move into this fixture complacent? Are we going to move into this fixture absolutely disrespecting the opposition? Because if we do, we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble. Rock, Ms. The type of comments I heard from Maresca and the owners, it shows that they only look for profit and not serious about winning trophies. Yeah, well, that's been the case. That's been the case, hasn't it? It's quite simple. If you want to win trophies, it's quite simple. You try and assemble the best of the best and you go for it. When you don't assemble the best of the best and you sort of hope for all of these things, you try and build a team with youth. You're not really there to win trophies right now. Whether you want to win trophies down the track, I don't know. But when you have that many players that are in the development process, and not just the players, when you have a manager as well that is developing, it doesn't scream out that we want to win now. Abel, they are focusing on the final. We should beat these lot. Yeah, of course. Yes, they're focusing on the final. Yes. 100% they're focusing on the final. But does that mean, Abel, that because they're focusing on the final, that they don't care one bit about this game? Like, does that mean that they're just gonna are they gonna just score own goals? Are they gonna pass the ball to us? Are they not gonna compete for the 50-50s? Are they not gonna compete in the duels? Are they just going to let us walk straight through their team? Is that what it means? Mind you, we don't have a striker. We don't have a striker. We're going to go into this game without a striker. Because Nicholas Jackson, he did a madness against Newcastle. And a well-rotated Man United team, some of those players might be looking forward to putting up a show against us. What if that happens? We have to concentrate. Our team needs to concentrate. If I see any player with any level of lack of concentration or miscommunication or lack of focus, lack of commitment, we need to go out there and absolutely annihilate Man United. We do. Young Cuenca, I'm with you. I'm with Ms. United ain't coming to Bridge with kids. They have nothing to lose. I got PTSD from Ipswich, so this is 1-1 riddle over. Look, I was a lot more confident against Newcastle. I thought momentum might have just shifted. We're in the upward trajectory, and maybe we can gain something against Newcastle, maybe even a point. But we didn't. Played better in the second half with a man down, sure, but we still lost 2-0. For us, it's simple maths. 2 wins out of the upcoming 2, and that's it. We're guaranteed Champions League football. 2 wins. 2 out of 2 wins, guaranteed Champions League football. Equation's quite simple. The equation for Chelsea Football Club is quite simple. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it, ladies and gentlemen? Are we going to do it? Shervin Miz, I think they will compete, but will rotate and their backup players will try hard to impress. I agree. But thankfully, a lot of them are not good enough to do much of anything. Now, let's have a look at some of the latest that's popping around in the Man United front. Some of the lineups that they're coming up with. Let's have a quick look. This is some of the stuff that's circulating around on social media. How Manchester United should line up versus Chelsea in the Premier League fixture. Should and could or can or will. They're all different situations, but this guy's got this. Some brother from Manchester Evening News by Samuel Luckhurst, Chief Manchester United writer. They're coming up with this. Does anyone have any leaks? Like generally, Man United have their lineups leaked. But this guy's saying this. Onana, Fredrickson, I don't even know who that is. Lindelof, Shaw. That doesn't give me too much of a headache at all. That back line, if that's how it is, we should be pumping them. But then again, we don't have a striker. Mentato, don't even know who that player is. Mentato, Ericsson, Mainu, Amas, Harry Amas, Mount. I fully expect Mount to start, This is the biggest player that I'm worried about, Mason Mount. Mason Mount is what I am worried about, ladies and gentlemen. Mason Mount coming back to Stamford Bridge. I'm telling you, he's going to have his tail up. Mason Mount has missed so much football. He's been so patient with Man United. Well, Man United has been so patient with Mason Mount. Do not for a second think that Mason Mount is not going to try and play his best. For everyone that's been saying we should be just rolling them over, be very, very careful. Mason Mount, I feel like could be a bit of a problem. Christian is running his mouth because that's what he likes to do. Everybody here are a bunch of losers. If we lose, comments. How can you be confident with Newcastle away and not United at home? You got your priorities wrong. My man Christian, let me try and explain something to you because you've pissed me off enough so far in the live chat, and I've tried my level best to not get your, not give you my attention, but you've got my attention. Everybody here are a bunch of losers. If we lose, comments. Christian, you live in this world where you don't want to be able to speak in a logical manner. You live in a world where if you're following a team, then you must just always be positive. Like Chelsea Football Club is who I follow. I can't say the truth. I can't say anything logical. I'm just going to go gun-ho positive. Brother Christian, have you not seen how things have been for us this season? We went through a pretty good start, but then when we went through a very prolonged period of bad form, bad football, manager was doing some mad stuff, players doing some mad stuff. And even now, we're hanging on by a thread. We're hanging on by a thread. We're coming up against a team that has been battered and shattered and morally dismantled. In fact, demoralized. They've got a big final coming up. Do you think Do you think we're just going to look at them? And it's against the team that we've generally found it pretty tough for some reason. I don't know. For some bizarre reason, we've found it very tough against this team. I don't know why. Every time over the past 2-3 seasons we've faced them, we should have beaten them convincingly, but they always make it tasty. Earlier this season, they had Ten Hag sacked and Van Nistelrooy came on. At that point, they were shattered. They're shattered now. They were shattered back then. It was 1-1. Last season under Pochettino, yes, we won the fixture at Stamford Bridge. Great comeback. But don't forget, they were ahead. We just came back right at the end. 2 goals in the death. Cole Palmer, winner. And the match before that at Old Trafford, we lost. McTominay. For some reason, there's something about Man United, you just can't put them down. Couple that with the fact that we've not been supreme this season. We've been okay, trying to make something out of it right at the end. Brother, it's not illogical to feel somewhat worried or even completely worried. It's not illogical. You going around saying, oh, a bunch of losers. A bunch of losers. The bunch of losers should be our team, our coach, our players, our ownership, our directorship. They had every opportunity to sort out the team in the summer, in the January window, but they didn't. Manager had games where we should have picked up 3 points and we would not be in this predicament. Ipswich, we're losing to Ipswich 2-0, by the way. Christian Debeski, probably a Djurgården fan. So yeah, it's not illogical. It's not illogical to feel a little bit worried. You hope that our team does well. You hope that our team does well. Shivendra, teams who have nothing to play for themselves in the Premier League can still try and spoil it for others. 100%. I'm a strong believer in this. Premier League teams, Premier League teams are absolute F-wits, you know. Premier League teams may not have anything to go for them, but they see that by screwing you, it brings them joy. We've done that. Chelsea Football Club's done that many a times. Nothing in for us, but we know if we get a victory, that screws you up. And that in itself brings a lot of joy. That's how Premier League teams operate. Yes. Yes. Shervin, don't forget a relegated Southampton got a draw against City. How many of you guys predicted this? How many of you guys predicted a draw? Southampton would draw against Manchester City. How many? What's Southampton got to play for? They're relegated. What you got to play for? You're finished. Why are you trying? Why should you try against Manchester City? Why? What are you trying for? They want to spoil their party. They want to spoil their party. Southampton fought tooth and nail to get a draw against Manchester City. Why? You're relegated. What are you going to get out of it? You know what they got out of it? Yeah, they made City wait a little longer. Trying to make City panic a little bit. Yes. All the examples now coming out by all these examples, they don't resonate with us. Teams will not do that to us. Leicester drew 2-2 against Forest. Why, Leicester? Why are you taking points from Forest? Because I want to screw you up. Oh, you think you're going to try and make Champions League football? I want to screw you up. That's how Premier League teams feel, and that's how they think. They're dirty rats. Man United, you think Man United don't know what's at stake here? You think Man United don't know that? You know how? Oh my God. You know how much Man United will laugh if they make Champions League football and we don't make Champions League football? You know how much they will laugh? If Man United players can screw us, this is their opportunity. Man United know they have an opportunity to make it to Champions League football. And they know they have an opportunity to make sure we don't make it to Champions League football. They are 16th. And they can potentially qualify for Champions League football. You think they don't know this? You think they don't know they can laugh about this? You think they don't want to play for that? You think, oh, they're just going to bend over backwards and allow us to... This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Our players better be on the... They better be on the ball. I want a strong performance. Gritty, strong performance. Go on. Don't forget, Miz, because of United, we missed out on Europa League last season. We have to beat them this... Exactly. Use the revenge. Because of this mob, we didn't make it to Europa League. We got relegated to the Conference League, which has been abysmal. This final match against Real Betis is the only good match in this entire competition. We should see blood. We should be gung-ho and wanting to beat them. Look, we should have felt like that even earlier this season when it was a draw, 1-1. We should have felt like that then. But we get another opportunity. We get another opportunity. The Demonette, players won't put their all. They'll put out a 50-50 challenges. Their focus Europa. Oh, okay, really? Okay, Demonette. It's Manchester City, right? Just like Leicester did against Nottingham Forest, correct? Just like that. Yeah? They don't have anything to play for. These guys, I'm telling you, Ruben Amorim is in a position where any more losses, like the Man United fan base are serious, you know. The Man United fan base are seriously thinking about sacking Ruben Amorim. They're fed up. They're fed up. Don't be surprised if they put up a fight, man. Do not be surprised, because they haven't even reached 40 points, by the way. They've not even reached 40 points. Sure, Europa League, yes, important. Very important. Biggest game of their season. But if you think that they're just happy to just pick up losses in the Premier League, their managers job is actually on the line. They've got us, and then they've got Villa. What's that? United's just going to finish with 2 losses. On top of how many? Do you know how many losses United have picked up in a row now? It's mad. Let's have a look at the table. This is what the table looks like, ladies and gentlemen. 63 points for both us and Villa. I think it's safe to say that Manchester City and Newcastle, definitely Newcastle, they're gone. After losing to Newcastle, that's definitely gone. Safe to say Manchester City's gone as well. Although if we get the victory, then we go 1 point ahead of them. Then things make it very, very tasty. But I truly think it's between Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. I think that's where the game's at. Nottingham Forest is only a point away. They would have been very, very upset of dropping points against Leicester. Aston Villa, same points as us. They've got fixtures against Spurs and United. And we've got United and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I believe, got West Ham and us. It's all happening. It's all happening. And look at Man United. Man United, ladies and gentlemen, are 39 points. Look at this. Loss, draw, loss. Like, you think they're just going to finish with 2 more losses, Man United? 2 more. Yeah, Spurs, loss, draw, loss. Oh, look at these 2, man. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. You think it just continues this way? We can still be ahead of Newcastle by this game week if we win 2-0 and they lose 2-0 to Arsenal. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Newcastle, Arsenal, what a matchup that's going to be. Yeah, you're right. Newcastle, we could be in front of Newcastle. We need to win, man. We badly need to win. My brother Flyers said, Miz, why are you worried? And then he goes on to say, United want momentum before the final. Seems like you're worried as well, Flyers. Miz, is it safe to say that if Liverpool, Manchester City gets Florian Wirtz? Guys, by the way, how do you pronounce this name? Is it Florian Wirtz? Or is it Florian Ritz, as in R-I-T-Z? Or is it Florian Wirtz with a W? How do you pronounce this name? Then it's all over for us, rest of us. I hope Bayern and Madrid gets him. Look, Manchester City been chasing Wirtz. Oh, it's Wirtz. Oh, Florian Wirtz. Thank you. Appreciate that. Like Havertz. Kai Havertz? Wirtz. Just Wirtz. Liverpool ain't getting Wirtz. I don't think so. I don't think Liverpool's getting Wirtz. I think he's going to Bayern Munich. I truly think he's going, like, German player, German international. Bayern Munich is, if Man City get him, wow, they're back. Then what? I thought we were told that all our players, if they all stick together they will blossom, and like Pokemons, they will evolve. And we'll start winning trophies. And it's as if our rivals will never, ever strengthen. Florian Wirtz, if he goes to Manchester City, yeah, we're in trouble. We'll be in trouble. Yeah, Shavendra, big up, my man. Miz, please help push for the likes, bro. 286 watching, 51. Guys. I'm going to take a quick water break. There's nearly 300 of you guys are live, man. We've got a big match coming up. We'll do the watch along, God willing. Hope each and every one of you guys are there and more. Huge game coming up. No striker. Massive game with no striker. And you're only giving me 51 likes. Measly 51 likes. We got 40,000 subscribers. Big up to each and every one of you guys. We got 40,000 subscribers. You're giving me 51 likes. Come on, man. Do something about this. Do something about this. At a bare minimum, 200 likes. At a bare minimum. At a bare minimum, 200 likes, man. Come on. Yeah, look at this. Let's make 100 likes in 30 seconds, my people. Come on. Come on. Smashed it. My man Kerry has smashed it. Don't move like Maresca's ambition. Smash the likes. Absolutely. Big up. Big up. Other side of the coin. Come on, guys. Mount scoring and potentially winning the United would be a lot embarrassing. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Mason Mount's actually on semi-good form in recent times, man. He's just come back. He's on a little bit of a good form. He's going to be desperate to do well. He really will. He's going to be so desperate to do well. Equally, we should be very desperate to do well. Garnacho will be desperate to do well. He wants to impress us. Garnacho wants to impress his potential new employers. It's the other side of the coin. No, not OSOTC, dummy. Thank you. Does you think James start? I don't think so. I think we're going to go with the whole Caicedo thing. Because if James starts, who gets dropped? If we start James, who gets dropped? Because Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo, they're all going to play. They're all going to play. Who gets dropped? Here's another alternative lineup, apparently, for Man United. Onana, Mazraoui, Maguire, Shaw, Ahmad, Casemiro, Mainu, Dogu, Garnacho, Obi. That's the youngster that they have. Fernandez. If this is the team that plays, that's an okay team, you know. That's an okay team. I'm worried about Ahmad. Garnacho always seems to do some notorious things. Fernandez capable of the madness. So can't be taking things too lightly, man. We cannot be going complacent. Chelsea will beat United tonight, 2-1. We're already looking to Wednesday night. Yeah. United turn up against big teams. By halftime, we need to have clinched the game. Yeah, man, we cannot allow for this game to carry on too much. Let's have a look at some of the stuff that's happening in what's going on in the United District. Let's have a look. The latest in United District. Let's check the. What is this? One subscription. Oh, someone subscribed to this. One person subscribed to United District. Who's that? It's the first time Bruno has won the Player of the Season award since he signed for Man United. Wow. Player of the year. Harry Maguire doing a lot of chat. I'm not interested about that. Match day, and they've got Ahmad's picture. So can we probably say he's won it 4 times? Why are they saying that he's only won it once? Match day, ladies and gentlemen, they've got the picture of Ahmad. So should that be saying something? Ahmad versus Manchester City away, wins, goals for the season. Goal of the season for 24-25. This is for Man United, obviously. Bruno Fernandes saying a lot of things. What kind of 11 you want to see tonight, Reds? I don't think they're going to rotate like everyone, you know. I really don't think they're going to rotate everyone. There's going to be some form of talent, that's for sure. That is for sure. Ryan Shirky possibly linked with Man United. Yeah. Crazy. Let's see what you guys are saying, man. Amrim said he won't rotate when the final is 5 days later. Enough time to... Exactly. Do you know what? It's a Friday game. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday is the final. I'm sure they're not going to risk injuries, obviously, to any key players. But their season has been so poor. I don't think they're just going to allow this game to just, you know, seamlessly go on. It's going to be tricky. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I'm hoping for a Man United win. No, I'm hoping for a Chelsea win. But I'm worried. I'm scared that this could be a banana skin. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping we win. We need to get 2 wins. 2 out of 2 wins takes us to Champions League football. I want to be back in Champions League football. I really do. I really want to be back in Champions League football. 2 wins, 1 against Man United, 1 against Nottingham Forest. That's it. We go. If we don't get 2 wins, I think Aston Villa will get 2 wins. If we don't get 2 wins, I think Aston Villa will get 2 wins. And that will be that. Big up Miss here at the watch along. Yep. See you all for the watch along. Thank you so much for joining. Smash up the like button, guys, before you go. Smash up the like button. As Shavendra has said, 288 watching, 100 likes. Please like and subscribe, guys. Let's get those likes up to 200. Until next time, everyone, take care. And I'll see you guys for the watch along. See ya.